Well, let's get started. Today I want to talk about 5 ways that the low carb diet improved my life. I started by reading a book called Obesity Code by Jason Fung, this one. And it was because I was gaining some weight. I was like 185, and that was the biggest I've ever been. And the book goes over, low carb diet and so forth. And I would like to discuss that book in another video. But today I just want to tell you about 5 ways that it improved my health or improved my life. The first is weight loss. I lost about 18.6 pounds. And that is, 18.6 pounds over 2-3 months. I used to get a lot of sinus infections. My nose would feel like if it's swollen all the time, like very congested. I would also get styes right here in the inside of my eyes. I always assumed that, it's just allergies or something. But I think it was more like a fungal infection. That's what I suspect. Because once I started the low carb diet, my sinus symptoms improved significantly. Like I noticed it like a week that it improved. My allergies are, I would say I only have like 10% of what I used to have. It improved a lot. So that's something I would struggle for a lot of my life. I even got surgery inside one of my sinuses here. The surgery didn't help. This was the only thing that really improved my sinuses. The other thing I noticed was that it relieved a lot of joint pain. I used to have pain on like right here in my finger and like in my fingers. Like I don't know, my fingers were always tight and my body was always tight. I would go to my chiropractor and he would say that I was one of the most difficult people to adjust. I don't go to the chiropractor anymore because I'm like I don't even have back pain. He would say I was a very difficult person to adjust because I was always tight. And the low carb diet removed the tightness. My assumption is that I had a lot of inflammation. And the inflammation caused a lot of swelling. Even my face kind of narrowed a bit. I wasn't so swollen facially. Maybe it's due to retaining so much water. I think that's what it is. Retaining water and causing inflammation in my body. That's what it was. That really caused me to be so tight and tense and like my joints were hurting. But I feel great now. Like my body feels relaxed. I sleep better. I sleep longer. I can dream. Like before I used to have difficulties dreaming because I guess I wouldn't have a good night's rest. The other thing was that pre-low carb, I used to have hypoglycemia or reactive hypoglycemia. So after eating, I would want to go to sleep and I'd feel sleepy, and then 2 to 3 hours, most likely 3 hours later, I was starving. Like I had to go eat again, and I would eat a sandwich or something, and I was good for a bit, and I was sleepy, and I had to be hungry again 3 hours later. In the middle of the night, I'd be hungry. So I was just eating too many carbs, especially refined carbohydrates. That was the biggest culprit for me because I would just eat like rice and chicken in the morning with a glass of apple juice. That's a lot of sugar right there, apple juice itself. But transitioning to a low carb diet, I noticed that I no longer feel those hypoglycemic episodes. I don't need to sleep right after eating lunch. My lunch was an hour. I would take 30 minutes to sleep, 30-minute lunch, and then take a little 30-minute nap. Now I don't even feel like napping. And now I only eat twice a day. Before I had to eat like 4 times a day with snacks in between because like the hunger was always there. Like it never went away. It was just... So the low carb diet helped improve hunger and the hypoglycemic episodes. And I would feel cold too. Like after 3 hours I'd feel cold and weak and like I couldn't focus. Yeah, so that was terrible. I'm glad that I improved that. That was horrible. And the last thing was that it improved it. I would say it cured my gastritis. I used to have gastritis for about, let's say, 3 years. Yeah, I have gastritis for 3 years. So I would be on a low-fat diet. I was taking the omeprazole every day. I would take 2 omeprazoles. I got endoscopy. I got the doctors telling me, you got to eat a healthy diet and all that stuff. And yeah, I did all that. That didn't help. When I did the low-carb diet, I noticed that my stomach improved about after a month and a half. And I'm assuming because it reduced the inflammation, and doing a lot of reading, especially like this book right here, Unholy Trinity. That's another book I'll cover. It talks about like why certain foods was causing so much inflammation and irritating my insides. So yeah, to recap, the 5 ways the low carb diet improved my health was that it weight loss and better body composition, because I felt like I gained muscle. Before my other diet, I was just skinny fat, just always hungry and just fat, but everything else was skinny. It was weird. It was like, yeah. So yeah, body composition and weight loss, the sinus improvement, joint pain and body composition. No, joint pain and body aches, that improved. Hypoglycemia, that improved. And gastritis, that improved. I'm also going to cover ways to transition to get started, if you're interested in that. I would first say take it slow. Don't be like me and be extreme, because what I noticed that, I would say take it slow. If you're like me, you might want to go all out, 0 carbs. Yeah, don't do that, because you will have carbohydrate withdrawal syndrome. That's the best thing I can come up with right now. But pretty much you're going to have a low blood sugar symptoms. And if you have insulin resistance, it's going to take you a while to get accustomed to this low carb diet. I would recommend measuring your carbs. Say if before you were eating about 200 grams a day, bring it down to 150 for, say, a month or 2. To me, I had to take it slow. So take it for a month or 2, so 150, and then 100 grams of carbs after that for another month or 2, and then 50 grams of carbs for the last month. And then you can see if you want to do a carnivore diet. I was doing a little bit of the carnivore diet, but it seems to me that I'm functioning at 50 grams of carbs. If I go too low, I don't seem to function. I have low glycemic symptoms. But that's the goal, to incrementally go lower and lower. Another thing that helped me out was getting the supplement berberine. I'm not sure if you can see that. There it is, berberine. This has been shown to help your A1C, reverse insulin resistance, and aid in reversing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So this is a good one. I don't know if you want to get this brand. I just got it because it was off Amazon. But I would say do your research and pick the brand that you think is best for you. It did cause me a little bit of stomach discomfort for a bit, but then I just kind of, I'm trying to get better. I'm just going to finish the bottle and that's it. The other thing that helped me, or that has been helping me, is MCT oil. Here, this one I got from Costco. That one, what it does, it helps your body, it helps your body produce more ketones faster. In other words, that it is more easily metabolized fat molecules that turn into ketones faster. So it allows your body to run off ketones easier. If you're feeling tired, just take a teaspoon of that. You gotta be careful because it'll give you the runs if you drink too much. But take 1 teaspoon with your coffee or with whatever beverage, sometimes I put it in my electrolytes. I put electrolytes, collagen, and some of that MCT oil, and I'm ready to go. That's my breakfast right there. And the last thing to understand is that this is a lifestyle change. It's not just a short period. It's not a short period diet. It's meant to be a lifelong thing, because you can try to eat healthy, do the low carb for about a month, and then you're like, why did I gain all the way back? When you transition to the other carb diet, you just got to stick to it lifelong if that's what you want. But then again, there's other things you can do, like drugs, to try to lose weight. But personally, I would rather just stick to a healthy lifestyle. I've noticed so much benefits with it. Well, thank you guys. I am glad you guys tuned in. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.